can assure us Zambians are not disenchanted.
We think that the kind of development that we want should only be sourced from people we think are investors.
Zambians are not cowards. We have a duty to put our back first and avoid these little ones being crushed by the weight. Zambians are not disillusioned.
I had the privilege to visit one of my colleagues at a farm, and I was treated to this cool drink. This is tamarind drink, or popularly known Kawawashi drink. Whatever it is that we want is already within us. They have said people perish because of lack of knowledge.
Zambians are mighty, and when we rise together as Zambians unite to bring this country out of the bondage of mediocrity and to put us up there at the pedestal, we can make this Zambia a beacon for Africa. And we will look at Zambia shall marvel about how great as we rise it like our noble eagle.
Wherever I want to go, only our feet shall take it there. Wherever I want to go, our feet shall take us there. I'm reminded of some incidents last year. We had gone to Chivolia compound. This is one of the biggest compounds in Lusaka, and it's known for a lot of other wrong things. But our mission there, we had gone to clean, and we had carried with us the donkeys. Now these donkeys, they help us carry the garbage to designated places. So we pick them and then we go throw them there. It's our weekly way of cleaning and contributing to our community. But on this particular day, it was the first time we had gone to Chivolia. And as you know, a lot of our people don't know about donkeys. So when you take things like donkeys in a place, everybody wants to come and see them. On this particular day, almost everywhere we went, people would flow, come and have a few with the donkeys as they cleaned, and that way people were helping us. But we came to a certain house. This kind of a house is part of many houses that are within an enclosure. I think there are about 6 houses in there. And there's just one small exit. So when we reached there, word had gone out that there were donkeys passing. A lot of people were coming out through the same entrance. But as they were coming out, we realized that they were coming out too fast than what that space could allow. So we decided to stop so that we give them a chance to come. But it was in that process of them coming out that one lady was carrying a little baby. I think the baby was just a few months old. Tripped down and fell. It was a sad moment. But within that moment, I noticed something that touched my heart. As the woman was falling, she was falling with her face facing the ground, and she was holding the baby. But the time she landed on the ground, I noticed that she had managed to turn herself, and her back landed on the ground first, and the baby fell on her chest. At that particular moment, I thought I was the only one who had noticed. And then everybody had noticed, and people started clapping for her. Of course, some people were upset with us, shouting at her. Now that incident passed. We did our cleaning and we went home. It is when I went home and sat alone that I started to think about what had happened. There, this young woman with the baby in the process of falling with so little time to react, she managed, using her instincts and the effort, to fall on her back and avoid the little baby being crushed. Because on that day, had that young lady not made that effort, on that day would have witnessed a bad accident where a little baby of just a few months would have been crushed because we went with our donkey with a good motive. It is from that experience that I tend to understand that in some of the things that we are doing today as a country, there are people who are doing some things with a lot of passion and effort. That woman may not be celebrated today, but I saw her do everything possible within her means to save a little child. If I may ask, what is it that we are doing even collectively as a country to safeguard the interests of the little ones that are in the kindergarten? Those who are in nursery school, what are we doing as a country? When this country is falling and tipping off sometimes, what are we doing? I see sometimes a tendency is coming where we are going through some pitfalls and this country is tipping over, but some people are not conscious that when this country crashes and falls, it is going to fall on this generation of young ones that is coming up. We have a duty to put our back first and avoid these little ones being crushed by the weight. Every time our leaders, our political leaders, our economic leaders, our social leaders engage in trade, every time we go to take our loans from China, let us be mindful that that burden we are lifting one day need to be put down. Man, the question that should come to us is, when that burden is being put down, who is it that's going to put it down? Are we just going to accumulate a lot and let it one day crash on our children because we won't be there? Of course, a lot of people right now will not be there when the burden comes crashing down us. Some of us, we may not be there, some of us may be there. But this is time I'm calling on all of us to have a conscience that though we may think we are clever, though we may think we are in destitution, though we may think we desperately need the development, let us be mindful that some of us are not even the ones that we need to pay for the money that we are borrowing. So we should have empathy, we should have a conscience that doesn't just look at the interest of today, but also look at the interest of tomorrow. If we can suffer the sacrifice on ourselves today for the good interest of the little ones, then we would have left legacy. What legacy are we passing in as parents? What legacy are we passing on as politicians? You know, why should we end up selling even the country's bread for the needs and desperations of today when we know that this country will one day come and pass it on to the right owners? Let us be reminded that we are just the custodians of these moments. There were people that lived before us, the Kaundas, the Kapwepwes, and many other people of esteem that sacrificed and lived the time to give us a future that we are enjoying and sometimes even mismanaging. Let us also be mindful that we are having children that will need to have the joy that we are enjoying. So every time, wherever we are, in our little ways and in our big ways, let us know that we have a responsibility to take care of the generation that is coming. We do not have a luxury, we have a duty because we are on duty to make this country a better place. Wherever we want to go, our feet shall take us there.